fucking governor. You've had the governor. You've had Roy Shaw, the governor. You've had Lenny McLean, the governor. But there's only one fucking governor. And I'm the effing governor. They're the governors. Who's the governor? I'm the effing governor. Ah! This was before, what was that gypsy fight called? What's it called, the film?
Killer Bitch.
No, the other one.
Snatch.
Snatch, yeah. This was here before Snatch. I reckon Snatch come down and nicked the idea from here, like for Snatch. This goes back, this is where I was born. I was born in the big house here 60 years ago. And that's the old caravan. I don't know if I was born in here or the house. One of the two, but we've kept this for years down here. And this is where we used to do all the punch bags. A lot of the travellers used to come down here. Matt Legg used to come down here just before his fighting with AJ. He used to come down here and spar with me. James Toney, before he's fought 5 times world champion, James Toney. I mean, Mike Tyson wouldn't even fight James Toney. But Holyfield beat Mike Tyson, and Holyfield fought James Toney, and James Toney knocked him out in I think it was the 8th round, and made it look pretty easy, like. So there were the boys what Matt Legg was against, like. And I can remember Tyson Fury putting in the paper, like, I'll spar with any English heavyweight, like. They ain't got the bottle, like. And Matt Legg phoned him up and said, I'll come up there and spar. He said, so what, you want 20 grand to try and knock me out? He said, no, he said, I'll come up there and spar, just pay me for sparring, like. He then trained for a while then, but he went up there, and that was the toughness of Matt Legg, like. He would spar or fight with anyone, like, you know what I mean? AJ, I thought it was touch and go. Either one could have gone, either one of them could have hit the deck in the first round. It went like that. But because he backed AJ up in the corner all the time, I thought AJ was going. He should have gone, like. But he had a break in between, like about a year's break training. So he went straight back to that. Just the same with James Toney. He had about a year off, then he went back, like, you know what I mean? If he kept it all tight, but, you know, who's expecting to beat AJ? Who's expecting to beat James Toney, like? Matt Legg did, because he knew he had a chance. He had the bottle to get in there. The only 2 people he ever lost to, like. Oh, he as an amateur, I think the only bloke he lost to was the ABA champion. Got beat by Paul Joyce. Paul Joyce was the bare knuckle champion. We went into the boxing world. I mean, Paul Joyce was 19 stone. No, he was 20 odd stone. He was 19 years old, and he was about 6'6". He was a monster, a giant of a man. How Matt stood there and traded punches with him was a miracle, like, because I went in the corner and I wanted to grab Paul Joyce by the ankle so he'd lose his ankle, lose his balance and fall over. But I looked at all his family, like, and I knew they would have killed me, mate. They don't matter who I was and how much of a beating I could take. I could take anyone out and take anyone's beating, but they would have finished. They would have been for me, mate. They would have killed me, like, and especially what Paul Joyce would have done to me as well, like if I tripped him up, like. But Paul Joyce and Matt Legg, obviously you've heard of the Joyces, like they're a big family, a big reputation, not only in England, Britain, like, and they're known all over the world, like. These are boys what are born fighters, like, you know what I mean? How Paul Joyce didn't turn pro and get all the way up there with Tyson Fury. Travellers, they've got 2 ways to go. They can go the fighting way, or they can do what they like. It's their work, like, whatever they do, like, you know, they're living like, I don't know, doing rose tarmacking or brick paving, or they're gifted with work. And some of them would rather get on with that. It's like we had the family down from the Ponyfields down the bottom there. Paddy Duran's family, like. They're lovely travellers. They've got a traveller camp down in Western Turbo, Aylesbury. And I used to have my kids down there. And I had to go to work. And I said, look, could you look after my kids? So my kids got brought up in the traveller camp down in Ponyfield. And they really did look after my family, like, you know what I mean? And I used to train his boys up. He brought one boy up there. He got in there with me, like. I got his dad to do the timing. I said 2-minute rounds, fucking about 100-minute rounds they were, like. And his boy, you know what I mean? His boy was getting tired, like. And his boy kept laying into me. And he told his boy, I said, don't stop him, because I knew he's going to burn himself out. So his boy kept laying into me, like. And after about half an hour, the first round went. And another half an hour, the second round went. And he thought I was an old man, because I was about 55 then. I was still a prize fighter. I was the governor. I'm still am the governor. Who's the governor? Who's the governor? I'm the governor. Kiss. Yeah, I'm the governor. And no, he just kept going and going. He got tired at the end, like. And I can remember we didn't have the same flooring, like. It was a dust and everything, dirt on the floor, and there was a couple of bicycles. So I pushed him into a corner, he fell over the bicycles. As he went down, his hands, his gloves hit the dirt and everything. He got up with dust on all over his fucking... And we started sparring again. I went to put my hand up to touch gloves, and he punched me straight in the face. And I got all the dust in my eyes, like. And he said enough's enough, like. But I asked him after, the kid was only 15 years old. He was only 15. He's Paddy Duran's son. His name's Paddy. There was a Jimmy Duran and a Johnny Duran. Johnny was good. Johnny, he was a middleweight, but he used to cut my eyes open every time I used to spar with him, like. But the Travellers used to come down, like, from Ponyfield, Western Turville. They had a falling out with another Traveller family from Leighton Buzzard, I think it was. And both at the same day, they both turned up down here. And I had one family this side, one family. And I didn't know they'd had this fight, planned this fight between them, like. But they still weren't on talking terms. They just turned up at the right time, like. And they both was there. And I thought, well, what I'll do, I'll get in and try and take this side on and take that side on, get them warmed up and burnt out before they actually fucking meet. But they didn't meet until the day they fought, like. I still don't know who won the fight. But both sides, they were trying to show off to the other side, so they were beating the fuck out of them. I had a head guard. I was 55 years old. I had a head guard. My head guard was twisted around, like, I looked like Abbott Costello, like. And they'd knock me all over the ring, like. And I thought, fuck me. I said, my head. I said, you keep knocking my head guard off, like. And round and bound. And they said, take your head guard off then. Take your head guard off. I said, no, I've got the head guard on because I'm an old man. I'm trying to protect, like, if my brains are made out of gunpowder, I wouldn't have enough gunpowder to blow my brains out. And they'd have me all over the ring, like. And the best time I ever had with the Travellers, but we come from Travellers anyway. My grandma was half a Traveller, like, you know what I mean, half Jewish. She was from the East End, like, and that's that's the way it was, like, years ago, like 100 years ago, like, you know. But we had some good times down there. Had Alex Reid come down here, like, with his kicks and everything, like. He was a tough boy, like, you know. He a nice bloke. He had manners in him. I liked him. I liked his manners. And I liked his style, like. Some people rip the arse out of him and say, like, you know, but he likes being flash and that. But some people do like being flash. And I could still feel where he kicked me, like, in the gut, like. I was going, you can't feel nothing, like. As soon as these back flick kicks, like. And I looked at the video after, he knocked me about 3 foot back, like. And for about 3 months, I could feel his footprint in my gut, like, where he'd kicked me. I was thinking some other hard boys. We've had some of the boys who knocked on the door, I don't know who the fuck they were, like, you know what I mean? Half the boys I thought I never knew who they were. And when I used to work on go out and work for the pirates, like, for the groups, like, those crazy groups, like, Level 42, Big Country, even Bros. When will I be famous? When will I be? When will I be? And it's catamounts of pigeons, pain in my chest. Catamounts of pigeons. And that was Bros. And there was, Eric Clapton. I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy, no. I don't know which one got shot, the deputy or the one like that. He come looking for me one day on his horse, and I shot him down. But I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy down. Ah! I'm fucking nuts!